Resilience. Let's talk about resilience. Resilience is interesting. I was just talking to a counselor. I was in therapy, and he was detailing resilience and illustrating it as when you fall down, what does it look like when you get back up? You know, and how resilience can be like a unit of measurement, or maybe you can call it a metric. You can use resilience to say, okay, if you get up fast, then there was a lot of resilience involved. If you get up slow, then then you use less resilience there. I thought about it. There have been so many things happening. Losses as far as family, setbacks, but none of them have been path deterrents. And I'm just talking about music, right? I'm just talking about music. None of them have been like, hey, I gotta stop, I can't do this anymore, or similar language. Nothing has been that altering. Nothing has been that shattering. And I'm grateful. Because I've been doing music a long time. Seeing the landscape reshape itself and change and do all of these things. And yet still for all, I remain persistent. And I think it's something to take in life as well. In life, we have all of these things that hold us back. I think of a runner, it's not just a straight run around the track. There's going to be pit stops, and there's going to be things that slow you down, that stop you, that even trip you up. You might even get some injuries along the way. You get a couple sprains. But you keep going. Resilience is one of those things. I think I have a lot of experience with that. It's easy for me to think in terms of now or recently, losing people close to me and everything. But over the course of this 26-year journey, I've had quite a few setbacks. And nothing has ever been as it seems for me. I think my path should look like this, and I'm disappointed in XYZ, and I've learned to have new patterns of thinking in terms of just realizing how I should be thinking, or what I should be thinking. And you would think, it's just DJing, it's just engineering, it's just playing around with sound, it's just playing music and making decisions and stuff like that, but it's so much more than that.
I looked up the definition of resilient.
Yeah.
And it says, resilient is described as the ability to recover quickly from difficult, tough situations or illness, as well as the capacity to spring back into an original shape or positioning after being bent or stretched.
Yeah. And I think that's perfect.
Which signifies flexibility, strength, and toughness, referring to both emotional buoyancy and physical durability.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Do you think that you've been able to be resilient when it comes to the career path and entertainment and music, because it was the place that you were clear about? Like all the circumstances of like the how, the when, the where, that may change, shift, and move, but I wonder if because of the clarity of you knowing that this was a part of your path that God will use within your purpose, that it was almost a no-brainer to bounce back.
Yeah.
To that.
To answer your question, yes. It has been, and at first not so much, but as time went on, it became very easy for me to see just how much. For a while, I remember being obsessed over the technical parts of things. Like, man, you know, I have to get better at this technique, or I have to get better at that. But it really shaped me mentally, and it helped me to see that, okay, this is something that I can use to do so much. I saw how I could use it to bring joy, to help people find purpose, which is something that I never thought that me playing music or engineering music could ever do. I never. If you would go back to July 1999, I never thought that I'd ever be able to say that I helped somebody find purpose by playing music. Yeah, so I think things like that are why I do it, because I know that there's something attached to it that's so much greater.
Yeah, I think even your ability to navigate the change and the stretching of the different avenues and genres, one of the things that I've always respected about the way that the discipline of that you have towards your craft, that you were so adamant about making sure that your voice just stayed your voice through the pathways of how you would express your art.
Yeah.
Like, you had the ability to see how other people were doing things and see their success in it. And not need to change your voice. And I think that is a hard thing to do, because it is easy to just kind of lump yourself into the mold that looks like everyone else, especially if they are receiving more accolades, or the traditional type of what success is. But I think because you have learned what success looks like for you, and how important it is to stay true to you, so that the people who you are supposed to connect with would find you, and you wouldn't get lost, but be authentic to who you are, and then allowing people to connect to that, so you never had to pretend. You know,
I think that came with maturity, because when I first started, I wanted to be like the people that I saw doing it. It was a no-brainer. I was like, no, I can do this. I wanted to be, and all of the other DJs that I would meet also wanted to be like the people that, like, it was a universal thing. When I realized that I was having a greater influence than I thought I was before, I think that's when it really changed. Just seeing the effect that music that I was playing had on children. Once I saw that, I think that was one of the things that really let me think about
the kind of influence I'm going to be.
Exactly. Let me give more thought to it.
Yeah, it sounded like you realized that there was a difference between what you could do and who you were.
Yes.
And then having to bring your abilities into alignment with who you are.
Yeah, because before, what I could do was who I was. I am DJ, and DJ am I. Like they're one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think there is an exhaustion that happens when you are spending so much time as a copycat, because then you have to do all of the things of the copycat persona that requires, but then taking that influence and finding your own voice in it. It is a bending and a stretching, because anytime that you are maturing and growing, it requires tension. when you're meeting and connecting and talking and influence and encouraging people, you are encouraging them from a real centered place that has gone through trial tribulation. There was a producer who had I was talking to the other day, who was like, one of the things that he loves about talking to you is that when other people are trying to give him like the runaround when he just has basic questions, he can ask you and just get the real in like real time.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then he can apply what you have taught him. And he was like, and not only is it beneficial because it works and it's tried and true, he was like, it takes a lot of the loneliness that sometimes can happen in the art world.
Yeah. When you're creative and you're left with your own mind, as being creative, you know, like there's sensitivity that comes along with that, there's unsurety that comes along with that, understanding how your craft relates to others, understanding how you relate to your craft, all those things come into play. Understanding how a sense of morality, how that comes into play when you're a creative, there's so much there. My faith plays like a big part, understanding that this is a gift that I got from God, and that it feels great to like operate within it, be curious like you said, and really, you know, do these different things. There's some like responsibility, you know, that comes with it, making sure that I'm responsible with what I've been given, and at the same time stewarding it by being creative with the gift that I've been given. All of this comes from resilience, the ability to get back up. I got excited for my son, so he gets a front row seat to see this stuff being played out in real life, through setbacks, through stops, through disappointment, through loss, through all of these things. He gets to see how I navigate it, how I move forward with tears in my eyes, or you know, how I move forward, how I get stopped, still have a big smile on my face. Those things, he gets to be a witness. He gets to scratch his head. He gets to say, that's weird, that's strange. I don't know how he's doing that, or I get it. Yeah, so I'm excited for my son. And it's for anybody, whatever you do, any kind of creative, specifically if you DJ, you're an engineer, and I know in both those fields you are bound to experience setbacks. Embrace the tension. Embrace whatever might be difficult. There's something there that's probably going to be one of your greatest teachers, and it's going to give you what you need far more than twisting a knob, setting an EQ, or blending a song could ever do. Anyway, tell me in the comments, what has been your experience with resilience? I'd love to know. All right, until next time, DJ Leighton J, we out.